What's up, my beautiful people of TikTok? I wanted to come on here and remind you guys about something real quick. Now that we're talking about relationships and the importance of mutual feelings and respect when it comes to relationships, I want to remind you guys of the essence and importance and some key signs that you are probably with dating or getting to know a female that is probably not right for you. So this TikTok is mostly based for our male audience. So this video is going to address the unhealed emotions of a woman who cannot handle being with the good guy. What do I mean by a woman not being able to handle getting to know or being in a relationship with a good guy? So that is a good question. So here we go. Stay with me and I'll explain. So that naturally comes from a woman who has ultimately always been with the asshole prototype guy. When an alpha male proves himself to be the kind of man who will always mistreat a woman, and that's kind of what she's used to, it creates a massive emotional imbalance in a woman, so much so to the point that she'll get used to this kind of behavior. Now, when a woman is emotionally unbalanced and has never really known the ultimate behaviors of a man who is good, sweet, knows how to treat her like a queen and will give her her place, and they kind of just mutually respect each other, a woman will feel this imbalance once she is in a relationship with the good guy. So fellas, what are some of those key signs? Pay attention, you guys will see. So now we're going to talk about the part where we talk about what exactly are those toxic behaviors of a woman who is not used to the good guy, the respectful guy, the guy who will ultimately probably put her on a pedestal and make her feel so respected and loved. Key sign number 1. She will do things to self-sabotage. You got it. She will find arguments where there's no real arguments. She will realize that you come back, that you stick around, that you're not really there to entertain the fight or the negative connotation of that relationship. She'll realize that you're there to have a conversation about it, talk it out, that you're not frustrated, that you're not angry, that you're not ready to like hit her or whatever the case may be. And so it's a trigger for her because, again, she's never had this. So for a woman who's never had this, it's very, very overwhelming for her to even deal with that kind of behavior, because a real man will sit there and say, okay, baby, let's talk about this. What is it that I'm doing that's irritating you? How can we work on it? They don't know that, right? Women who come from toxic environmental relationships that, they socially are imbalanced, they won't know what it is to have a good conversation with their man. They won't know what communication is. Toxic trait number 2. Dos. 2. Emotional detachment. A woman who does not know how to emotionally be involved with the aggressive alpha male, because she is not used to a man who will show her emotions, who will say, mami, yo te quiero, I appreciate you. Look, baby, I got you some flowers for today. Honey, would you like me to cook today? When a woman has not experienced that, she is very emotionally detached. She is very emotionally distraught, and she won't know how to relay her messages to her man, the guy she's dating or whatever, even just sleeping with, because that same emotional imbalance was reciprocated to her, and it was shown to her from her partner. So obviously it is something that you are giving her, but she's never experienced it. So there's going to be a huge gap between the two of us. All right, you guys. And so toxic trait number 3 is she will ultimately tell you, even if it's in the bed, in the sexual act, or even her behavior towards you, she will tend to say that you are not aggressive enough. This impulsive behavior to say that you are not aggressive enough has everything to do with the way that her ex-partner, who was not a real gentleman, would actually approach her. So because the approach was more on the aggressive side, maybe it was more like versus let's make love, baby, kind of shit, then she won't really know what it is to feel that passionate love, or that he kissed you between your legs before, or that he caressed the back of your neck, or caressed your curls or your straight hair, or maybe touched your face, or whatever, right? Maybe rubbed your back, around your butt, your thighs, just a sensual massage. So if that is too sweet, too kind, too caring, passionate love making, or any of the other 2 traits that I mentioned, sitting down and talking about it versus always yelling and rah at each other's throat, and she doesn't know how to talk a situation with a mature, clear-headed mind, then those things create the problem, because she hasn't emotionally evolved or fixed her traumas enough to appreciate a good man, a gentleman, and a man who is willing to treat her like a queen. My beautiful gentlemen, brothers, and kings out here, if you encounter that kind of a female and everything is a flip of a switch, 1 minute she's moody, 1 minute she loves you, 1 minute she not, the next minute she's like, you ain't aggressive for me, bro, like what's going on, like I need to be able to like fight sometimes so I can like want you, that's some toxic bullshit. Stay the fuck away from that. Trust me, fellas.